Yeah, so it's a very familiar thing, like it keeps disconnecting.
Yeah, so my name's Nicola Rossi. I'm the author of the thought-provoking rockstar ending novels, available in ebook and paperback, and they're being made at the moment into a television series, which is really exciting for me. I'm really pleased to be here because I've been coming to Brockley Max events for more than 20 years, but it's the first time I've had the opportunity to take part as a performer. And I've recently joined Writers of Our Age, who are an amazing, welcoming and very talented group. So thank you, Bartle, for including me in the programme. This is really weird, having the brewing equipment down the middle of the room, but I think I'm going to be able to cope with that. So the idea for my love letter came from someone who is not only my idol, but also the idol of one of the characters in my books. He was a South London boy. He even organised a community arts festival before he was famous. He went on to have world acclaim and has been a continuous source of inspiration for me. So here we go. First love letter of the evening, and it's called 1098. Dear Tom, my therapist said it would help to write you this letter. I'm not convinced it will improve the situation, but nothing else seems to be working. So stand by for countdown. Life was difficult enough when you were a fighter pilot. That horrible feeling every time you went away. I never told you how much effort it took to flash you a convincing smile, waving cheerily as you pulled out of the drive. I would be exhausted for days from the effort of pretending that I wanted you to be a hero. The merest hint of doubt in your ability could have jinxed the mission. When they stood you down from active service so that you could start your PhD, I was convinced we'd got away with it. That terrible weight lifted. And I still had so much to be proud of. When anyone who didn't know you said, "You don't have to be a rocket scientist," I could never resist telling them that I was married to one. Your career would always come first. I knew that from the beginning. I'd always been drawn to clever men. You weren't bad looking either. It was a good deal. Our relationship was never going to be a competition. I wasn't short of things to do when you were flying or absorbed in your research. My own job was busy enough, did the house up, made sure you had a welcoming home to come back to. But that was never going to be enough for you, was it, Tommy? Do you remember the day you told me the commander had summoned you to his office? Not long after your doctorate was awarded. That was a grand day out. Going back into the air service was always your plan, and they found you a desk job right away. He had promised it would be good news, all very enigmatic. What a fool I was, thinking it would be something as prosaic as another promotion. You were already a major. I'd never seen you so excited as when he asked you to build the rocket you'd designed. They said it would revolutionize solo space exploration. You agreed to do it on one condition. You had to be the test pilot. Looking down on the blue planet would make your moon age daydream come true. Armstrong is lost without you. His tail drags, and he keeps wandering around, gazing longingly at your chair, and then back at me. I've tried telling him to forget you, but I can't get him to understand. Honestly, it makes it 100 times worse, his mooning around all the time. He's always there, watching me setting a place for one at the table or just eating cold beans out of a tin can, mindlessly consuming a whole packet of biscuits. Me, that is, not Armstrong. Don't worry, I'm looking after him. At least with you away, I can indulge myself. I'm not bothered about letting myself go, except bloody Armstrong is judging me. He fixes me with a look that tells me I'm doing something wrong, that I've forgotten something important. The therapist says we should have acknowledged that this might happen before you went away, prepared for it. I should have had a plan. But I thought it would be bad luck to say it out loud. I'm sure you won't be surprised that the guys from Ground Control have been in touch. They sent round the chaplain with some ideas for a commemorative service. I suspect they're worried I'm going to sue them. Why would I? You designed the stupid spaceship after all. Promised me the damn thing would know which way to go. Maybe it's because you've always gone away for long stretches, but I can't believe that you're never coming back. Even though a one-way spacewalk would have been the perfect ending for a starman like you, you wouldn't want to just disappear into a wardrobe. They've given me the recording of what you said just before the circuit went dead. I've lost count of how many times I've listened to that transmission. I have to use headphones, so Armstrong can't hear. I've got to take him out in a minute. But there's one last thing nagging away at me. How can it be a coincidence that your last words were to tell me that you love me very much? You sounded so calm. If there was something out there, you would have known after all those years of looking up into space. And you always did have a soft spot for aliens. I wonder if I'll ever know. Your darling wife.